Greetings, greetings, greetings. I am the African Witch Bitch Hoodoo Practitioner. I know it's been a while since I tapped in, but Spirit has called me to teach on something, and I need you guys to pay close attention to what I'm about to say. Okay, so for the people, this may be the first video you're seeing of me. It might be you've been fucking with me for a minute type person. You know what I mean? Either way, I need you to absorb and smell what I'm about to cook. Okay, so Spirit sent me, and I was given an objective. And my objective is to teach from an ethical lens about the practice, foundational hoodoo from an ethical standpoint. With that being said, let me give you a little bit of background with me. I am from the South. I am born and partially raised in a very, very small town in the South. My small town, Texarkana, for people who don't know. My small town, just like other small towns, is located in the Bible Belt. The Bible Belt is, for those who don't know, is an area where religious doctrine is heavily pushed. And with that being said, simultaneously, traditional African traditions, traditional African spiritual systems such as voodoo, hoodoo, voodoo, lakumi, etc., 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 are forbidden and frowned upon big time. And that comes from colonization. I have taught about this when we were taken captive from West Africa. Our traditional spiritual system was forbidden, and Christianity was beat into our backs. They did not want us connected to our ancestors because I believe, and you guys can agree or disagree, that they knew that that was one hell of a powerful ass power source. They didn't want us connected. So when they disconnected us from our traditional spiritual system, they also vilified our traditional spiritual system. Hoodoo, which is my practice, my lane, 100%, was birthed out of African American slavery in this country, and is a mixture of African traditionalism and Native American. There's a little sprinkle of that in there, traditionalism, etc. I said all that to say this. For the people who are new babies in this craft, and you've decided to explore it, whether you're going to be a full-fledged practitioner of hoodoo or you just want to learn, there are vultures, there are sharks, there are snakes in this practice who are low vibrational as fuck, who pretend to be elevated and powerful and all this bullshit, thus using scare tactics to scare you out of your money. Let me clarify and say that again. There are people who are low vibrational as fuck, who are basic as fuck, low vibrational. They never put their time in to learn. They never were taken through the fire and tried. And when other people who are maybe from the Bible Belt, and the only reason why I'm speaking about the Bible Belt is because that's where I'm from, and that could be anybody in the world, and you're brand new in this practice and you don't know, and you want to learn, and you just have a genuine knowledge to want to learn, and let's say you link up with somebody. The very first thing they're going to do is try to profit for you not knowing. They're going to try to come up off your money. They're going to try to get you to come up off your money so that they can pad their greedy ass pockets. And they're going to try to profit with you not knowing, using scare tactics to do it. Let me clarify. Let me give you an example of some low vibrational ass bullshit that I see every day. And the only reason why I'm speaking on it is because I get consultation after consultation, whether they book from my website or whether they come into my store, giving me the same bullshit ass scare tactics that these low vibrational ass scam ass bitches are using. And they'll say something like this. You'll come in with a request. Let's say you want a new job. You got a job interview coming up. You've been trying, you've been looking for a new job. You know, your money kind of low. You really, really looking. And you got a job interview coming up, and you go to such said practitioner over here because you really want the new job. I'm going to tell you how I would handle it, and I'm going to tell you how they would handle it. And I'm going to let you decipher, and you see if you can smell the bullshit of which one's right and which one's wrong. You go to one of them low vibrational ass practitioners, they'll agree to do some candle magic for you. They'll charge you about $200-$300 to do a road opener spell, candle magic. They might even tell you that you have bad luck on you that needs to be cleaned off. And they're going to agree to do some candle magic for you. It's going to cost you about $200-$300. They might give you some sort of necklace to wear or some shit. That's going to cost you maybe another $100, and they'll agree that you get the job. That's Exhibit A. They'll tell you not to let nobody touch the necklace, not to open the charm bag, whatever the case may be. Don't tell anybody you're doing the work or the candle, whatever. And then they'll do it, or they'll say, put this under your pillow and sleep under it. Don't open it type shit. That's what they'll do. If you come to me, this is what I would do from an ethical lens, from an ethical standpoint, from a high vibrational standpoint. You need a job? Okay. When is the last time you did some road opener work? You didn't? All right, you can do your own road opener work. You can do a spiritual bath. Cost you about $5-$6 to do your own road opener spiritual bath. You want to do some candle magic to get the job? Good. Go on my website. Or excuse me, go on my YouTube channel for free. I teach you how to do a job spell. The only thing you're going to need is a chime candle or a taper candle. Chime candles are 75 cents. Taper candles $1.50. If you don't buy from my shop, you can go right to the nearest 99-cent store. Wherever you find it cheaper, baby, you buy it. You coat that shit in some cinnamon, money spice, five-finger grass, whatever the case may be. If you don't have all of those herbs, you can get them from my website. If you can't find them anywhere else, you can buy them cheaper wherever you can find them cheap. If you got cinnamon in your cabinet and that's all you have, use that. On my website, five-finger grass is $4. Money spice is $10, but you don't need that if you don't have it. Okay? If you don't have the money, don't worry about it. Get you some cinnamon out of your own cabinet. And you sprinkle that shit, cover that candle in some oil. If you don't have commanding oil, you can get it from me. It's $8 to get it from me. If you don't want to buy it from me or don't have the money, don't worry about it. Get you some olive oil out of your cabinet. Cover that candle in the olive oil and then roll it inside those herbs. For shits and giggles, use you a brown paper sack. This is how you do the spell. Carve into that candle the job you're going for. You focus your hands around it and light the candle. Put the candle in a candle holder. If you don't have a candle holder and you can't get to the 99-cent store, you can get you a regular ass plate with some foil over it for easy cleanup. Light the bottom of the candle till it's wet. Sit it down on the foil so that it's like wet and moist so it'll stand up on its own. Put your hands around it. Focus a beam of energy from your third eye and your heart into the flame when it lights. Light that bitch. You focus and send it and you speak incantation over that candle. What's the incantation you say? Money I need, come to me with harm to none, so mote it be. Job I need, come to me with harm to none, so mote it be. You say that several times. You don't say it once. You don't say it twice. You say it as many times as you feel like fucking saying it. That's how you do that. Let that candle melt the fuck down. Take that candle, that foil paper, ball it up, and you thank the ancestors for the energy. Want to add a little extra spice? Petition Saint Expedite. Free video on my fucking YouTube channel to teach you how to do that shit for free. For extra measure, if you want, you can mail your petition to my shop for free. I'll put it on my altar for you. Altogether, that spell will cost you about $10 if you buy everything from me. If you don't, it's whatever you can find. And I highly recommend you always go the cheapest route. You don't need to spend a whole bunch of fucking money to get work done. And no, you can't. Fuck! Okay. So they use scare tactics. They always play on the fact that our ancestors and our practice was vilified by the colonizers. So they'll play on that shit. Play on it heavy and tell you, if you do this, something bad will happen to you. Bullshit. That's a fucking lie to get you, to scare you out of your money. If you stay up on your protection work and your cleansing work and you feed your ancestors and fuck heavy with them, they're going to be your protection. You ain't got to worry about that shit. You don't need to be scared out of spending money. Because if that were the case, there would be no such thing as hoodoo and voodoo, because guess what? Our ancestors didn't fucking have money. They only had what they can gather from the earth. They only had what they can gather in secret. So if this whole practice was built on motherfucking money, there would be no fucking practice. So it pisses me the fuck off. It incenses me when these new ass, low vibrational ass practitioners that ain't put their motherfucking time in, that don't have their boots laced the fuck up in this realm, that were not called by the ancestors, come in and sell these motherfucking scare tactic pipe dreams to these new babies coming around that don't know. And they just want to learn, and they have a pure heart to learn. And they want basic ass shit like a candle magic spell that I just gave y'all for free that's highly effective. And the number one ingredient to get that shit to pop is your intent. Your intent. Not my intent. Not African witch bitch's intent who been in this game for a minute. No. Not the next bitch over who claimed to be so fucking powerful. No. Her vested interest is never more powerful than yours is for your fucking situation. Not mine, not hers, not his, not theirs. Your situation. This is some shit that you need for yourself, your family, and your elevation. And my shit ain't more powerful than you. My intent ain't more powerful. This is why I don't fucking do work for people. And I don't give a fuck how much you charge me or how much you try to offer me. And I done had motherfuckers offer me a fuck ton of money to do work and spells for them. And I tell them the same thing. Keep your money. I will teach you to do it for free for yourself so that in the future, if you ever need to do it again, you know what to do. That's the difference. These low vibrational ass practitioners are not going to teach you shit. They're going to try to gatekeep and scare you to make you think you got to pay a fuck ton of money when you don't. This is what I need y'all to learn. Because I want this practice to live on well past when I'm gone. When I get transitioned to the ancestors, I want my babies who I raised to teach their babies who they raised so that the practice lives on. Because if not for them big mamas teaching me, I wouldn't know shit. And I paid next to nothing for my teaching. This is why I do what I do. And this is what I think I need y'all to understand. And they thrive heavily in the Bible Belt. Because hoodoo and voodoo and voodoo and all of our traditional spiritual systems are so heavily criticized and still undercover. People got to practice in extreme secrecy. So if they're practicing in extreme secrecy, they can't come and ask questions in the open. They literally cannot do that because of the blowback that will happen. So then you see the vulture and the sharks coming along. And they'll play on that shit just to get a buck. Don't fall for it, my babies. Don't fall for it. My niece is 13. Y'all already know I talk about her all the time. I've been teaching her since she was about 10. You know what her first spell was? I posted it. It was a self-love spell to boost up her self-esteem. Basic ass shit. Basic, and I teach it for free. I already know. Another one that I taught her how to do is how to construct a mojo bag. What's a mojo bag? It's a little bitty bag. Traditionally, the women would get a piece of cloth. They may rip it from their skirt, or they might look up on a piece of cloth and they'll add herbs and crystals and maybe a petition paper and effects of maybe hair. Like let's say they were doing one for protection. They would add hyssop and maybe a tiger's eye crystal and some motherfucking licorice root, and they'll tie that bag up and they'll sew it into their skirts to keep it on them, to keep them safe, or put it in their baby's crib or some shit like that, hidden away. Traditionally, they didn't let people see it because if anybody knew that they were root working, that could be sudden death for them and their family. That's why it was hidden initially. Now, I have mojo bags in my titties. I keep them in my purse. That's one of the first things I taught my niece how to construct. It's the easiest thing in the world to do. And I teach you for free. You go into the casino, get you a mojo bag, piece of cloth, or a little bag. Hell, I sell the bags at my store for $2 a bag. Fill it up with some money rice, some money spice, a pyrite crystal, some 5-finger grass, some arrowroot powder, and write a petition. You don't have to, but you can. And put that shit in your titties and go into the casino. or go into that job interview or go into that court case that has to do with money. That's how you do that. You don't need to spend $300-400 for a motherfucker to create a mojo bag for you. Fuck is that? $300-400 for some basic shit like that? Basic ass shit like a job spell that you can do your own self for free? And they're sitting up here fucking collecting and thinking that that's ethical? So if we rewind back time 200 years and somebody needed a protection bag for their baby or their daughter, their son, whatever, their son may be going off to college and Big Mama wanted to make him a mojo bag. She couldn't come up with $300. That means what? The practice don't exist? No, Big Mama went out into the yard and grabbed her herbs, went into her cabinet and grabbed her herbs, and she put that shit together and told baby girl, here, carry this in your bag when you going off to Tuskegee to keep you safe. We'll see you. You know, I've never been away from her Big Mama before, her Madea. And that's what the fuck they did, because they didn't have it. So these newfound practitioners, what the fuck is y'all doing charging these people all this money? Because you need a buck, you dumbass, basic ass bitch? You know how easy it is to fucking manifest money? I do that shit and I teach it for free. Fuck I look like going into your wallet when I can manifest the shit easy as fuck. That's proof that your bitch ass don't have power and the ancestors don't fuck with you. Because if you did have power and the ancestors fuck with you, they would take care of all your basic needs and you wouldn't have to fucking upcharge and gouge motherfuckers. Bible Belt people, be warned. Midwestern people, be warned. I don't give a fuck what part of the country you're in, what part of the world you're in, be warned. The first thing you can know if somebody is a high vibrational person or ethical is to look at their fucking price list. If that shit is high as alien pussy, run. They have no power. They're trying to fucking fleece you. And I said what I said, and I've been saying it. This is like my gazillionth message on this same fucking subject. And I'm gonna keep saying it because y'all need to hear it so you can protect yourself, your money, and your energy. No practitioner worth their weight in used fucking cat litter will cold call you telling you spirit said, I have messages for you. Do you need a reading? Anybody will tell you. I don't give a fuck if you know them, if you've met them, if they're family members of yours. No practitioner worth their weight in used cat litter would say no shit like that. They don't solicit. Spirit brings them who needs to come with them. Okay? I love y'all. I am the African Witch Bitch. I'm your favorite hoodoo ass auntie. I might be a hot ass mess at times, but shit, y'all already know if you've been fucking with me for a minute, this ain't your first rodeo with AWB. I will talk to you guys soon. Ashe.